all warrants within 15 days, but you need to get employment, okay?
She is employed, Your Honor.
I know she is. She's employed full-time, but I'm trying to tell her she needs to get a better job. I don't mean to disparage this fast food restaurant. I don't know how you're gonna support kids when you're making $300 a week. So I'm just telling you, if I were you, you have to maintain employment, okay?
James Robert.
All right, I'm just gonna ask you to raise your right hand, please. Does somebody swear affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you got?
Yes, sir.
Since you were in court on April 4th, 25, have you been arrested for any reason?
No,
Any new charges?
no,
Any contact with the police?
no.
Congratulations. Prosecutor says, he moves to dismiss. As you complied, case dismissed. Good luck. Have a good day.
You too.
Shunky. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Sharon Michelle Shunky, 26F2457128. Morning, Mr. Haynes.
Good morning, Josh. And please, the court, I'm Bill Haynes again.
How you doing?
Good.
She's coming up with a smile. Your name?
Sharon Zunke.
All right, so your client pled guilty to operating while impaired. The OWI was dismissed. She was referred for a screening and assessment. Have you had a chance to review the report with her, and are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
Just one minor correction. He said it was Prince and Romulus. It says Taylor in the report.
Okay,
Everything else is the same. Judge, the recommendation is appropriate. I know our legislature looked into these sorts of offenses as to whether they should be probationable or not. In this case, Ms. Zunke's 46 years old. She's got no record and they let out, I mean, it's a .12. This is a two-garden variety case, and the report doesn't uncover any kind of long-term issues with alcohol or drugs. I'd ask the court to consider just fines and costs, but in the alternative, giving to the recommendation.
you never been in trouble before. And I mean, there is a presumption I'm not supposed to put her on probation unless I think there's reasonable grounds, good grounds to do so. You want to say anything, ma'am? And I think she was pulled over because of expired tabs, not because she was crossing the fog lines or anything else.
Yes, my point, I see these kind of cases, if not one like this, then what did they mean?
I disagree with you. You want to say anything?
No, sorry.
I disagree. I mean, I don't necessarily think they should be telling us, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. 300 fines, 300 costs. 75 victim's rights fee, $50 justice assessment, $60 screening fee. That is $785 plus you have rest of cost of recovery of $150 for a total of $935. I'm gonna order 2 days jail credit, one serve one, and I'll let you do that by way of community service. So you do 1 day of community service, ma'am. I mean, I don't disagree with you at all. I'm not saying I necessarily agree with it, but you're right. So you do 1 day of community service, and I'll give you until June 1st to complete that. So you pay your $935, do 1 day or 8 hours community service, and you're done. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal if you cannot afford one. Do you understand that?
Yes, Judge, I think her questions, the first, the facts.
That's fine. I just want to make sure. Do you understand the sentence?
Community service?
1 day of community service, fines and costs of $935. That includes everything. You understand all that?
Yes.
And you understand if you don't do your day of community service or pay your fines, that you should receive 93 days less the credit for 1 day served. I can't hear you.
Yes.
How much do you have? Does she have anything today?
I don't think so, Judge. We were thinking on to the month starting the
Can I ask you a question, ma'am? Why aren't you acquiring some work?
I have a paperwork here.
I'll let her pay $100 per month. We'll start that beginning on May the 5th. How's that? If you don't have the money on any given date, all you have to do is come in and talk to me on or before the due date or call the court. We'll go on Zoom if you know how to operate Zoom. And I'll be more than happy to give you an extension, okay? I wish you well. Good luck. Thank you. Alicia Leanne Young, 25B7186119SD.
Morning, Your Honor, the applicant TOP 8237A on behalf of Mr. Wesley Young.
Ma'am, your name? All right, so your client has no priors. I mean, she had a case that was dismissed under HIDA and she does have a warrant. Why hasn't she surrendered herself on a warrant? Ma'am?
I came last week to.
No, to Grand Rapids. You've got a warrant out of Grand Rapids. You need to surrender yourself on that.
Oh, wasn't aware of that.
Okay. So she pled guilty to operating while impaired.
This is where the tone shifts instantly. Notice how the judge zeroes in on one key fact: kids in the car. That's not just bad judgment, that can elevate the seriousness of the charge in many jurisdictions. Even if the plea was reduced, the presence of children changes how the court views risk and responsibility.
The thing that really troubles me is you had 3 kids in your car and you're drunk driving. You know what I'm saying? Is everything in this report accurate?
Your Honor, one small correction. It looks like that sentencing date says January 2026. It should be April 16th, 2026. I did discuss that with Ms. Young as to why she had failed to appear. She had a domestic violence situation, and then she did come.
She wasn't here at the court to school program. She didn't bother showing up for that, which didn't excite me, but
That was when she was relocating, Your Honor. Like I said, she was in a domestic violence.
I got it. So I'm not sure. What are you talking about where it says the sentencing?
At the top, it says, I think it says January 16th, 2026. It's a sentencing date.
She was supposed to do January 27, 26 at the court to school program. So
Well, it says January 6th, 2026 on the pre-sentencing. For the sentencing date.
wait a minute. Well, let me back up here. I don't know where you're talking about. Oh, sentencing date January 6th. I don't know why they had that. I think it was a typo. They should have had January 27, 26. They should have. But I made a mistake already because the plea wasn't to impaired. It was operating while intoxicated. It's just to make the record clear. She pled to 1 count and the OWI occupant was dismissed, 2 counts of that. And actually 3 counts of that, and they reduced it to OWI. Period. OWI occupant less than 16, ma'am, is a 1-year misdemeanor under state law. You can't do that, okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Anything else?
So, Your Honor, she did indicate to me that everything is finally coming together. She got out of that domestic violence situation. She said she finally has help with her children. She's still employed. But because she has 3 children, Your Honor, she doesn't earn a lot. So I would ask if the court can waive any discretionary fines and costs. She's also been attending AA. She has it on her phone.
Okay, so now,
Last day she wants April 3rd.
why didn't you listen to me? I told you to go in person, didn't I?
It was just a picture.
It's just a picture of the count that she gets signed.
Yeah. I do go in person.
Where'd you go?
I go sometimes in Taylor with my sister at the little church. I'm not sure exactly what, because it's like a .gov. And then sometimes in Westland in the church as well. St. Paul Lutheran Church in Westland is the one I go for that.
Anything else you would like to tell me, ma'am?
I'm just trying to get on the right path. That's all. Everything I got from home, relocating my children. Just trying to keep going and doing the right thing, getting the wrong people out of my life.
Well, that's a good thing. Can't have bad people that we're close to, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to keep repeating myself. But I am concerned about you driving around with kids in the car. 12 months probation, you cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation immediately. You do have to report as directed. No alcohol, no marijuana, no illegal drugs. You're not to purchase, possess, or consume any one of those. You're to submit to chemical testing, PBTs and ETGs. I'll make it bi-weekly for 3 months. If you're clean, I'll then make it monthly. Kratom, poppy seeds, and CBD oils are prohibited. Consuming food or other items containing those substances will be deemed a violation. I'm in order that you attend AANA. Continue doing that twice a week until you get into, and I'll go along with that, the level 2 alcohol education program. I don't know if this is, according to the report, I mean, I have no reason to dispute that she does not have a serious alcohol problem. But it's decision-making, I guess, that bothers me the most when you got kids in the car and you're driving around like this. I do want you to obtain and maintain employment, provide proof of employment. Again, I'll go along with the level 2 alcohol education program with the victim impact panel. You're to clear all warrants within 15 days, but you need to get employment, okay?
She is employed, Your Honor.
I know she is. She's employed full-time, but I'm trying to tell her she needs to get a better job. I don't mean to disparage this fast food restaurant. I don't know how you're going to support kids when you're making $300 a week. So I'm just telling you, if I were you, you have to maintain employment, okay? You have to maintain employment. I'm encouraging you to get better employment. 4 days jail credit, 1 serves 3. I'm going to have you do all 3 on the court work program. There's a $35 a day charge for that for a total of $105. So 3 days court work program, 300 fines, 225 costs, 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment. So your fines and costs alone are $650, screening fees $60 for 710, probation fees are $240 for 950. You have cost of recovery of $150 for 1100 plus your court work program fees, totals $1205. If you violate, your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for 93 days. You'll have 21 days to appeal, and you have 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. Do you understand that? You may be eligible for early discharge. How much can you afford to pay? Can you pay $50 or $40 biweekly?
Yeah.
That isn't going to be enough. I'll tell you what, we'll start with $40 biweekly. I'll start that beginning May the 4th, but all money due by March 15 to 26. But I'm not going to discharge if you don't have all your fines paid, okay? You understand that?
Yeah.
Again, you have 21 days to appeal and 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. And again, your probation could be revoked if you violate. I wish you well. Do you have any questions?
Nothing.
You'll meet with probation. Thanks, Ms. Patillo.
Thank you.
Walter Mulhern, 24WA33054.
Little bit about patient, Your Honor.
Name?
William Mullen.
What'd you find?
I could not find out anything, Your Honor. Bill is very difficult to work with. I'm trying to explain things to him. He's got far too many questions that dictate what's gonna happen to him and concerns for his girlfriend. I cannot get a straight answer from him. I try to be firm with him to the point where I got to the point where I just said he needs to leave my office and that we.
Hang on a second.
All I want to find out is if I don't have my wallet on my clothes, my sister has a job. If I can go home and get this stuff to come back and all, I'm not running. I'll go to the program. I'm willing to get the help.
Bill.
I don't have anything. I don't know if I can take my phone
Why did you come to court today?
because I thought I was going right to jail. And I didn't want to lose it down there. It's all I had. I'll do whatever you say, Judge. I mean, you know who I am. I'm not running. If I can get in this program today, I'll go down there today.
My intention was to give you some jail time and then let's just allow you to serve some of it inpatient. That was my intent.
There's no way I can do community service and
Shit, Bill. You spent 2 years.
I understand. I just didn't let everything out. Sorry.
You violated probation.
I understand.
You can't, you didn't get to do probation. I don't understand why you did this to yourself. I can't just let this go. You've got a horrible record. I mean, I can look at it in a positive light and say, well, it wasn't a drunk driving. Well, it wasn't assaultive. It was, your lawyer did a good job getting it pled to attempted possession of cocaine, which is only a 45-day misdemeanor under law, under local ordinance.
Can I go pay my insurance? So I have the full insurance for it. And go turn myself into this program. That's all I'm saying.
You go pay your insurance. How long is that gonna take you?
It's in Troy. I will, if I can get the number from them, I'll stop there and make arrangements and have the insurance all done. It's the only way I can get the insurance and I don't have to worry about the state insurance or anything. And I need to be able to get my meds. They're at home too. I will go, Judge, I'm not running. I'll do whatever they say. This program saved my life. They wouldn't be alive before. You said 5 surgeries. If you would have put me in there, I would have never been in for. I know I ain't sober all the way. I used to do this stuff 40 times a year. I come a long way.
You used to do this stuff what?
I want to be completely clean.
Well, I want you to be completely clean.
Well,
That's why we got you into sobriety court.
This stress the last 2
this-
weeks and looking at her face. What I did to her is horrible. It's unforgivable.
This is painful for me.
It's painful for her. I deserve it again.
I didn't say I wasn't sending you to jail. I want to be clear.
I understand. Whatever you say, I trust me. I did this.
Can't you just make your payment by phone for your insurance?
They don't do that. It takes them 10 days to process it. You just every month I go to pick my meds up, I gotta call the union hall to have them approve that program. It's they say it's completely.
Why are you giving Ms. Wilds a hard time?
I'm not. I tried to talk, but she just wants. I know she's trying to help, but I'm trying to make sure I have everything straightened out when I get there, so I don't have to worry about this insurance. I usually pay it before the end of the month, but if I gotta go today, I'll go pay it today. Can we come back tomorrow and I'll take care of everything?
Going to a funeral tomorrow. I can't be here.
Whatever. I'm just trying to do whatever makes.
Who's this?
It's
That's my
Mr.
sister. Today. She wouldn't even let me around her house for 20 years till I got this program. Okay, this program's took me a long way. I was very sick.
Could I say something?
You'd have just shown up for graduation.
No, but listen. I needed more help. I was scared. You always said the 2 years. I was terrified of it, okay? I was terrified of going out there and using it again. I didn't let everything out. And I didn't know how to explain it. I could talk to Emily. I can't ever get a hold of her. I don't know how to email. I don't know how to do any of it. I don't know how to Zoom.
All right. Okay. Slow down. Just slow down.
I go.
Ma'am, you can't. Okay.
I don't want to use them for judges. Save my.
What do I have going on Monday morning, Heather? You know?
Monday is your landlord tenant day.
Today's the 16th. 17, 18.
I'll do whatever you say.
April 20th, you'll be back here at 8:30 in the morning
On Monday.
on Monday.
Now, do I need to contact the court or anything? I'll let her talk.
You need to get your insurance
Okay.
taken care of. And you need to be prepared to do some time in jail. How long, I don't know. And then I'm gonna figure out a way for you to get into treatment. I think you need it. You still need it. I mean, I thought we had this licked. This is hurtful.
We did.
That's what we're doing, April 20th at 8:30. Thank you.
Thank
See you back here. Thank you. Bradley Gaia.